We live from Little Fenway. It is a production of the SFCBL. The Boca Raton Blazers playing host to the VSA Lions. I'm Christian Catt on the call alongside Angelina Mazza for this clash at Little Fenway. Angelina, how you doing today?
Doing all right, hanging in there. How about you?
Doing pretty good, a little bit toasty today, but it's nothing we're not used to here in South Florida. And on the mound warming up for the Boca Raton Blazers is number 40, Jonathan Velasquez. As the Blazers were supposed to play yesterday, but Mother Nature, the Blazers were unable to get their game going against the West Palm Beach Knights. Hung around for about an hour and a half. We did here in the booth as well, but couldn't quite get the game going. But Velasquez will get the ball with a 2.57 ERA on the season. He's got 2 wins, and he has pitched in 7 innings so far with 10 strikeouts. And it looks like the Blazers are ready, and so are the VSA Lions. So digging on into bat is VSA Lions' Adrian Vidal coming to bat. Leading things off here in the top of the first inning. Buckle up, folks. We've got 2.5 hours of action-packed South Florida baseball getting underway right now as that one is driven to left field, and it gets down for a base hit. 1 pitch, 1 man on.
Batting second, center fielder number 23
for the VSA Lions.
Dominic Porto.
Not wasting any time that time for Vidal. Dominic Porto now stepping into bat with a runner on first base and nobody out. And the pitcher, Jonathan Velasquez, is from Miami. You're at Stetson University. A lot of Stetson guys on this Blazer team. First pitch, he misses a little bit low and outside, 1-0. And with the runner on, the 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike, 1-1. One's in there for a called strike, 1-2 now. From the stretch now. Threw 1 pitch to the windup, but now he's got a runner on base. The pitch is missed inside, 2-2. Again, Dominic Porto at bat. Porter's from New York, Penfield, New York. Batting 3 for 6 on the season. And he's got a hit against Velasquez. The 2-2. Grounded straight back, and we'll do it again. Velasquez eyes in for the sign, checks over his left shoulder and sets. The 2-2 count, nobody out, runner on first, the pitch. Just misses on the curveball, a little bit low, count is now full. The 3-2, that one's fouled straight back, and we'll do it again. The full count. And the payoff pitch. That one's muscled over second base, and it dunks in for a base hit. Runners on first and second. Still nobody out.
Batting third, left fielder number 29 from St. John's University, Cole Leclerc.
That does bring up Cole Leclerc, who's one of the hottest bats in this lineup for the VSA Lions. A red-hot start to the season, batting .461 with 3 RBIs, 6 for 13. Blazers have been able to get a lot more of their games in so far this early part of the season. Runners will hold up at third base. Now the bases are loaded with nobody out, as Velasquez getting
catcher number 24,
batted around here in the top of the first.
Tyler
Zemak, the cleanup batter, steps into bat. And for Zemak, he's actually a local from Lake Worth, Florida, just up the road on 995. This season batting .429. First pitch to Zemak, it drops in for a strike, 0-1. And the pitch. And also catch the strike zone, 0-2. As Velasquez is looking to get some momentum and maneuver throughout the rest of this inning and get out of the jam. Bases loaded, nobody out. From the stretch, Velasquez deals. Cut on and missed. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Zemak. That's the first out of the game. Bases remain loaded for Albert Ramos. However, the Blazers are one ground ball away from possibly getting out of the inning unscathed. So the middle infielders are going to pinch a little bit. First pitch is going to miss a little bit low and outside, 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch is grounded to third base. Bobbled there, but a tag's going to be made by Joey Calabretti to get one out. A run does come across the plate. It is 1-0. VSA Lions strike first.
Second baseman number 16 from Elon University, Mason Abramitis.
Oh, Angelina, it kind of looked like Calabretti was going to look to maybe go home initially with the baseball, but it didn't pan out for him that time.
Now he bobbled it just enough for the run to be able to score, but he did get the tag, so at least one out was down.
That's kind of important when things don't go to his plan. Maybe you fumble it here, fumble it there. You don't compound an error with an error. He could have tried to make a hero play happen, fire it home off balance to the Hail Mary, but then that ball gets away, you get no outs.
Yeah.
But he cut his losses and got at least one guy down. Snap throw to first, and a good block there by Durso at first base to prevent the runners advancing.
They're just looking to get as many outs as possible with little to no damage. With one run, not too bad since the Blazers can hit a little bit, so.
Absolutely, this season, that's almost an understatement with that lineup. The one pitch is grounded straight back, 1-2 now. In the top half of the inning, you know you have an offense. You'll give up that run for an out if given the opportunity, because you know you got guys coming to bat in the bottom half of this inning that can do some damage themselves. Runners on first and second with two down. Abramitis in the box, the pitch outside. 2-2, the count evens up. Batter's leg, so he'll stay right there with the 2-2 count. Jonathan Velasquez has actually faced this very same Lions lineup a little over a week ago. It was a 4-2 win over VSA, and he got the win, going 5 innings pitched, and he gets the out there. Struck him out to end the inning. Well, one run gets across for the VSA Lions. They're on top 1-0 here at Little Fenway. Back here at Little Fenway, nothing VSA on a run on the scoreboard first with an RBI fielder's choice. That brings up the Boca Raton Blazers to get us started in the bottom half of the inning. They'll be facing Daniel Lipka, the starting pitcher for the VSA Lions. And the lefty from the windup deals the first pitch of his outing outside, 1-0 to Braden Macklin. Here's your lineup for the Boca Raton Blazers. It goes Braden Macklin, Chris Basile, Blake Pitts, Joey Calabretti, Cade Voda, Quentin Markle, Joe Durso, Max D'Alessandro. And that one's going to be fouled off the foot of Macklin, 1-1. After D'Alessandro, who's in the 8-hole, you have CJ Picone, Jason Albert in the 10 spot to wrap things up, supporting their starting pitcher, Jonathan Velasquez. But Lipka on the mound. And his 1-1 pitch to Macklin is grounded straight back, 1-2. A little bit of a windier day today to counteract a little bit more of a hot day today, as the 1-2 pitch is grounded up the middle, right back to the mound, and Lipka will take it himself and flip it to first for the first out of the inning. Macklin that time, and Lipka had on the better end.
Shortstop number 1 from Bucknell University, Chris Basile.
So that does bring up Chris Basile, the shortstop of this Blazer squad. Basile's having a good start of the season, batting .292 so far. First pitch to him is grounded left side through for a base hit. Rounding first base, Basile, the throw comes into second. Bang, bang play, but he's in there safely. The ball beat him, but Basile got under the tag, and he's in there. Runner in scoring position with one down.
Batting third, left fielder number 11 from the University of San Francisco, Blake Pitts.
So a hustle double that time for Chris Basile. Here's Blake Pitts now, coming up in the 3-hole. First pitch to him is going to miss outside, 1-0. The 1-0 is going to miss outside as well, 2-0 now the count. Fouled away, 2-1. Now, Angelina, you've spent a lot of time with this team in particular with the Boca Raton Blazers as their intern for the summer. You must have a lot of stories already, a lot of characters on this team.
Oh, they're definitely a team of characters. They have a really good time and they work hard. A lot of good kids out there, and one thing about them, they like to keep it like lighthearted and fun, but they really do lock in and focus when they need to be. So they're a lot of fun to work with.
3-1 pitch is hit a ton to right center field and deep in the gap. That ball is going to be caught. A nice play on the run by Porto, but too deep down the line, and getting back safely without getting doubled up that time was Basile.
A little bit of confusion on the field.
Yeah, for a second there at first base, Pitts thought that ball was dropped, but no, it was caught on the fly. And almost gaslighting the rest of the field, thinking that it was dropped as well. But it was caught in the right center field gap. A nice play by Porto to get on his horse, get on the run, and make the play.
He definitely got a good read on that in center field because the wind is blowing in, so it kind of held up there for a minute, whereas usually if the wind's not blowing, that'll drop right in the gap. So he definitely thought it was dropping because that's where it usually drops.
So that does bring up Joey Calabretti to bat, runner in scoring position, 2 outs. First pitch to him is in the dirt inside, 1-0. Still in scoring position is Basile after his hustle double with 1 out. 1-0, the VSA Lions lead. And the 1-0. Grounded left side. Glove there, fires across a diamond to end the inning. At the end of 1, it's 1-0 VSA Lions. We head to the top of the second here live from Little Fenway. here live at Little Fenway, top of the second. Jonathan Velasquez still on the bump. First pitch he deals this inning is in the dirt for a ball, 1-0. Due up this inning for the VSA Lions. It's their 7-8-9. Emmanuel Stitch in the box now, followed by Shane Solari, and then Trevor George. And Velasquez's 1-0 is chopped to shortstop. Glove fires a first, a little bit of a jump by Durso. He stays in the bag to convert the first out of the inning. One down.
From Villanova University, Shane Solari.
So a nice play that time on the charge by Chris Basile. To get the speedy Stitch, that brings up Solari with one out and nobody on. Solari so far this season, 1 for 10. And he spits on that one in the dirt, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch in the dirt for a ball, now 2-0. Forecast today is to be around 86, 87, and then cool down through the end of the night when the sun goes down to the lower 80s. That pitch is a little bit low, 3-0, but the good news is, fingers crossed, a lower percent chance of rain and thunderstorms than there was yesterday, even though it barely rained here. Some lightning was in the area all night long. 3-0 pitch is inside, and a 4-pitch walk will allow Shane Solari to reach with one out.
Batting ninth, extra hitter number 7 from Marymount University, Trevor George.
So the 9-batter Trevor George now comes to bat. As Velasquez from the stretch delivers in there for a strike, 0-1. And Velasquez did a good job getting out of trouble in the top half of the first inning. Bases loaded, no outs, and he only allowed 1 run to come across the plate. Had a little bit of help from his defense. And a couple of strikeouts led the charge as the 0-1 pitch is fouled straight back, 0-2.
Yeah, he definitely struggled with the first 3 batters getting hit around, but then he kind of settled in and got himself out of a bit of a pickle there. So,
yeah, he gave up a hit on the first pitch, and you don't really expect to go immediately into the stretch from your windup. You warm up mostly in your windup, and then all of a sudden things changed after 1 pitch was delivered on the top of the first. But all things considered, this early in the game, he'll take that. Bases loaded, nobody else, and only 1 run across the plate. But now he's got a 1-2 count, trying to do some damage against George. The pitch is taken outside, 2-2. Right off of Linton here in Delray Beach, Florida. Little Fenway for Boca Raton Blazers baseball. They trail by 1 with 1 out, 1 on. The 2-2. Off-speed pitch misses off the plate. The count goes full. And 3-2 is wasted, fouled away straight back. And he stays alive. Andrew Bork on deck, and then we're back to the top of the order. So far this season for Trevor George, he's 3 for 8. The payoff pitch where the runner goes, it's line to right field on the fly, a chance to double the runner. The ball's caught, the throw comes into first, and he is out. It's a double play to get the Blazers out of the inning. A strike thrown from right fielder Quentin Markle to turn the rare F9-3 double play. To the bottom of the second we go. It's 1-0 Lions. Back here live at Little Fenway, it's a 1-0 game. VSA Lions on top as we head to the bottom half of the second. Drew up this inning for the Blazers, and with their 5, 6, 7 of the order, Voda, Markle, and Durso. As Voda digs in the left-handed batter's box. Lipka deals the first pitch of the inning. It's a curveball that misses inside, 1-0. Had some good break on it, but started off in too inside to get the inside corner. The 1-0 to Voda. In the dirt, 2-0. Voda, today's starting catcher for the Blazers. 2-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 2-1 the count. Now, Angelina, you do a lot of the social media for the Boca Raton Blazers. Are there any players in particular that love to get in front of the camera? The 2-1 pitch is driven to left field on the fly, back of the track, and making the catch. A nice play by Cole LeClaire for the first out of the inning.
They definitely, going back to what you were asking, they definitely all love to get in front of the camera, especially when me and Hannah go and do our TikToks. But they're all pretty social. I can't name one that is really like, yeah, that's a great idea, because it changes every time. You know, in our Taylor Swift one, we had some really good songs, and I know Chris McKenna, he was like, oh, I'm doing a Taylor's version because it's Taylor Swift. So it like just kind of changes. We did Celebrity Crush, and Pip Smalley was really excited to give his opinion. So it just kind of changes as their interest, but they're all super social. So.
0-1 pitch is chopped to second base. Should be an easy play for Abramitis. He fires to first, and that's the second out of the bottom of the second inning.
Batting seventh.
That was Markle who grounded out, and now you've got Joe Durso coming to bat. Durso was the other end of that double play that was turned to end of the top half of the second.
Durso is definitely getting involved in both of those TikToks, and speaking of the TikTok, definitely go follow SFCBL_official on TikTok and check out some of the videos we made this season.
First pitch swing is a pop up. In foul territory in front of the dugout. It drops. Miscommunication behind the plate with Borg and Stitch, both essentially saying, you got it, and nobody got it. It's a foul ball and an 0-1 count, but Durso is going to be smiling with that one. New life as he digs in. Next pitch is chopped foul. 0-1. There's a VSA Lion player walking throughout left field for some reason. I don't know what could be out there for him, but now he's just making his way towards the out of play. It's called strike 3. Durso's down on strikes. Lipka pretty much rights the wrongs between his catcher and first baseman after 2 pitches. And at the end of 2 innings, it's still 1-0 VSA Lions on top as we head to the top of the third. Back here live at Little Fenway, it's 1-0 VSA Lions on top, and they're at bat now with Velasquez on the bump. The first pitch he deals this inning misses a little bit low, 1-0. It'll be the 10-1-2 of the VSA Lions order, Borg, Vital, and Porto. And the 1-0 pitch is down straight back, 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch is going to be taken a little bit low for a ball, now 2-1. 3 hits in the game so far for the VSA Lions in that first inning. Here in the top of the third now, as Velasquez sets, and the tall righty delivers the 2-1. Cut on and miss, 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch for a ball, full count now to Andrew Borg. And so far this season for Andrew Borg, 1 for 13, trying to snap out a little bit of slump. These two have faced each other once before, and Borg came out on the worst end of that one. Ground ball to shortstop. Gloved cleanly, but the throw goes high, and he is safe. Coming off the bag and coming back down was Joe Durso. But when Durso came back onto the bag, it was too late, and beating it out was Borg on the E6. So a runner on first base with nobody out. It was gloved cleanly there at shortstop by Basile, but Basile's throw was just way too tall. So with the runner on first and nobody out, we go to the top of the order with Adrian Vidal now coming to bat, who is 1 for 1. First pitch to him is in there for a called strike, 0-1. The 0-1 from Velasquez is missed a little bit low, 1-1. The crowd here at Little Fenway filling up the bleachers on both sides, as well as many parents, scouts, friends of the players, all here to watch CBL baseball. The 1-1 off speed that just sits there and for a strike, 1-2. Looking for something else that time with Adrian Vidal, as he had no chance but to just take that ball and hope it didn't find the zone, which it did. 1-2 count. Velasquez on the bump, he deals. Driven to left field and deep. Going back at the track at the wall, it hits the Green Monster and bounces back into play into no man's land. A run's going to score on that. It's an RBI double from Adrian Vidal. 2-0 VSA Lions. They double their lead with one swing in the bat.
Now batting number 23 from Mount St. Vincent, Dominic Porto.
Some batters live by the monster and die by the monster. That helped Vidal that time, because without this kind of dimensions, that wall was further back in a normal fence. That probably could have been caught in left field by Blake Pitts, but he just ran to the Green Monster, and that ball not only wasn't caught, but it also ricocheted off the monster into no man's land, allowing the run to score from first base. First pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1. At second base, getting his lead is Vidal after his RBI double. And that pitch is a good bunt down the third base side. Off the mound, fires a first, and it's going to get past Durso at first base, and a run's going to come across the plate. Rounding second base is Porto. He's going for third, and he will be there easily. Going to give a bunt single that time to Dominic Porto, and then the E1 allows the runner to score from second base and allows the runner to go from first to third. So a two-base error that time from Velasquez. 3-0 VSA Lions now on top. And a runner on third base for VSA. First pitch is outside, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch is wasted away, foul ball, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch is driven to center field, hit solid, but going back is Macklin. He makes the catch. And the runner will score from third base on a sacrifice fly. And it's now 4-0 VSA Lions on top of the Boca Raton Blazers.
From American International, Tyler Zemak.
Braden Macklin making the catch. He sure does cover a lot of ground back there in center field, which there's a lot back there, so.
Absolutely, and Macklin kind of showed off his wheels. That one's grounded up the middle at shortstop. Basile fires to first. This time Durso makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Bases cleared, now 2 down.
How about number 42 from Adelphi University, Albert Ramos.
Macklin is also someone that the VSA Lions, if he gets on base, they better be checking his shoulders because he runs.
Yeah,
he has many stolen bags on the season.
Yeah, because it's not just having the speed, but knowing
how to use it.
Yeah, how to use it, looking for the opportunities to use your speed. And some guys, they react, and then other guys. Back here live at Little Fenway. First pitch swinging, first out recorded as walking back to the dugout
Batting ninth, second baseman number 3 from Adelphi University, DJ Pecconi.
Was Max D'Alessandro. He was supposed to attempt at it, but couldn't find his way on base. So with one down after some technical difficulties, sorry about that, folks. Brings up CJ Pecconi. His first pitch to CJ misses low and inside, 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch is grounded left side. Gloved at short. The throw is high, and it's going to get past first base and bounce off the fence. Turning and going to second is Pecconi. He's in there safely with an E6, allowing Pecconi to reach all the way to second.
Batting 10th, the designated hitter number 12 from Vanderbilt University, Jason Albert.
So now we're back to the bottom of the order. Jason Albert getting his first chance, the DH today for the Blazers. Runner in scoring position, one down, as Boca looks to try to get on the scoreboard for the first time. First pitch to Albert's a curveball. And some nasty movement by Daniel Lipka. It's a called strike on the low and inside corner, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch is grounded third base, but it's a foul ball. It actually hit off of Albert's body and rolled that direction. 0-2 the count, with one down, runner on second base. Lipka from the stretch, the lefty, looks over his left shoulder and deals the 0-2. Cut on and missed. Foul tipped into the mid, actually, that time of Albert. The glove is squeezed by Bork for the second out of the inning. And now we're back to the top of the order. The Boca Raton Blazers, Braden Macklin. After showing off his wheels in center field, comes to the bat for the second time today. Macklin wearing the number 30 in the yellow uniforms of the Boca Raton Blazers. We're home every day this week, although they are classified as the away team facing off with the Lightning on Friday tomorrow. So they wear their away uniforms, but still playing in this ballpark, and you can catch tomorrow night's game on the Delray Beach Lightning's YouTube channel. 2 outs, the 1-0 pitch is a curveball cut on and missed. Another nasty breaking ball by Daniel Lipka to even up the count at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch is popped up, straight back and out of play. Lipka ahead, 1-2. This season so far for Daniel Lipka, a 1.8 ERA. The 1-2 pitch is missing high. Next pitch, 6 strikeouts. Two outs, the 2-2 pitch. Curveball swung on and missed in the dirt from Macklin. He's tagged out to end the inning. To the top of the fourth we go. 4-0, Lions on top. Back here live at Little Fenway, 4-0. The VSA Lions on top as we head to the top half of the fourth inning. VSA lineup has taken advantage. Some sloppy plays in the field for Boca Raton with some timely hitting as well. And due up this inning for the VSA Lions, trying to tack on some more runs to this lead as Velasquez deals in there for a strike, 0-1. Ambromidis in the box. The 0-1 pitch from Velasquez. It cut on and missed. That one just fell off the table. No chance that time for Mason. It's an 0-2 count. 0 for 1 today so far for Mason Ambromidis. This pitch here misses low and outside, 1-2. Jonathan Velasquez from the stretch delivers the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and half swung at. Did he go around? No, he did not. It's a 1-2 count. And Jonathan Velasquez deciding to just throw from the stretch the rest of the way now instead of without runners on base going through the windup. Here's the 2-2. Curveball is waved at and missed. Down on strikes goes Ambromidis for the first out of the inning.
Now batting number 28 from Waynesburg University, Emmanuel Stitch.
That brings up Stitch, wearing number 28 for the Lions. Last time these two teams squared off, it was a couple of days ago, earlier this week. Blazers got the better of the Lions on a walk-off mercy run rule win, 15-5. First pitch to Stitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. And the 0-1 misses a little bit low, 1-1. And Angelina, you've played sports throughout your life. What's your favorite team bonding activity? What do you think?
Team bonding activity. You know, sometimes it's just going out for a little ice cream with your team.
Just ice cream's perfect.
You get to sit around. You get a nice treat. Actually, after one of the games the other day, I was at Dairy Queen, and Macklin and Pitts walked in, and I was like, I can't get away from you people. Can I?
That's right. There is a Dairy Queen just down the road
it's
here.
Right around the corner. So
Too
I go,
convenient. Makes sense.
It was, but they were like, why aren't there cheeseburgers here? And I was like, guys, are we okay?
Velasquez strikes out Emmanuel Stitch for the Velasquez deals the pitch, just missing outside, 3-1. And Velasquez deals a 3-1 pitch, is chopped up the middle at shortstop. Cutting across, fields, fires to first, just in time to beat Solari to end the inning. No runs come across the plate this time for the Lions. They're on top 4-0 over the Blazers as we head to the bottom half of the fourth. The bottom of the fourth we go. Blazers coming to bat. Chris Basile stepping in. It's a 2-3-4 the Boca Raton Blazers order. That's Basile, Pitts, and Calabretti trying to change that 0 on the scoreboard next to the home runs. Get on the scoreboard. First pitch misses inside. 1-0 the count. Next pitch is fouled straight back. 1-1. Basile 1 for 1 today so far.
He's the only hit for the Blazers, actually.
Yeah, he drilled one to left field and hustled his way into a double, which he had no business doing, but he showed the speed as the 1-1 pitch misses outside. 2-1. But Boca Raton was unable to get him home with 1 out at second base, and we'll see if they can have better fortunes throughout the rest of this game. The 2-1 pitch is grounded at shortstop. Glove, high throw. Did his foot stay on the bag? It did. And Basile is retired. Stitch had to go up high without jumping and catch that ball, and used every inch of his first baseman's mitt to record the play.
University of San Francisco.
As he helps out the shortstop Vital for the first out of the inning. That brings up Blake Pitts. First pitch to the Blazers left fielder is high and inside, 1-0. As Daniel Lipka delivers, a curveball that drops in for a strike. 1-1. And that's a dangerous 1-2 punch when you see a fastball coming towards your face for a second, and the next one's a curveball that drops over across the plate. As that one misses a little bit low and outside. 2-1. Daniel Lipka getting creative there on the mound and making things difficult for these Boca Raton Blazers batters. One pitch misses outside. 3-1. And the 3-1 pitch, a curveball that does not find its way across the plate. Instead, it's ball 4, and Blake Pitts will reach with 1 out.
Now batting number 18 from Seton Hall University, Joey Calabretti.
So with 1 out and a 4-0 lead, the VSA Lions are going to try to turn 2 here. They pinch those middle infielders, try to double up Joey Calabretti, the third baseman for the Blazers. Lipka really eyeing down the base runner pitch at first. As a left-handed pitcher, it gives him a lot better perspective with that runner on. Staring right down at him. So if you're Blake Pitts, you got to be careful. He gets his lead a little bit further out there with each pitch. The 1-0 is a curveball that drops in for a strike. A nice pitch. That'll have Joey Calabretti have to reevaluate things. That pitch started way high and outside and somehow found his way back across the plate and throw him back to the bag at first as Pitts is back safely. 5 hits for 4 runs for the visiting VSA Lions. 1 hit, no runs so far for the Boca Raton Blazers on their home field at Little Fenway. 1-1 pitch is off speed at full. Calabretti. He's behind 1-2. Runner goes, he's picked off. The throw now goes over to first, and he is safe. Just in there in time as Blake Pitts before the tag, as he was dead to his rights, and you really couldn't have asked for a much quicker turn from Stitch at first. The tag from Vital at short was just fine, but just too quick. When Pitts took off, he committed to it and didn't have any second choice. He's in there safely in scoring position.
Pitts definitely made that decision, and he had to stick to it, or he would have had himself in a pickle, so he just went for it, and he's going again.
Yeah, 1-2 pitch is outside, throw down to third.
And he makes it just in time.
Yeah, he did. Another stolen base. Actually, sorry, Calabretti swung and a miss. He is out. But now at third base is Pitts.
From Butler University, Cade Voda.
This Blazer team is very eager to score, just get something on the board and close the gap a little bit.
Yeah, it feels like once you get that first one in, the second feels a lot easier. But it's pretty daunting looking at a 0 on the scoreboard. The further you get into the game, it kind of gives a lot of motivation for a pitcher to keep it as 0, as silly as that might sound.
Absolutely, a shutout means everything to those pitchers, and if you can just taint that 0 and turn it into a 1, it changes the whole atmosphere.
1-0 count after that first pitch missing low and outside to Cade Voda. Next pitch to the lefty is going to miss as well. 2-0. Runner getting off at third base is Blake Pitts. 2-0 in the dirt for a ball. Now 3-0.
Voda is way ahead with a 3-0 count.
Yeah, it's been getting those hitter-friendly counts so far this season to a tune of 6 for 17. That's good for a .352 batting average, 3 RBIs. Can get a base hit here. Can make that 4. Pitch is going to be in there for a strike in the low and outside corner, 3-1. Four nothing VSA on top of the Boca Raton Blazers. The pitch missing a little bit low, and that's going to be ball 4, putting runners on the corners. With 2 down.
That brings up Quentin Markle.
Butler University, Quentin Markle.
Yeah, Quentin Markle turned a nice double play out in right field earlier today. Carlos Jacome is going to be the courtesy runner for the catcher, Cade Voda. We'll see if they want to put him in motion because he's got speed too. And if he can pull off a double steal option, maybe try to get Jacome into a pickle between first and second, freeing up Pitts to take off for home. And time is going to be called because I think that's going to be the conversation on the mound right now for the VSA Lions. And while time is called, good time to remind you that Harrah's Pompano Beach is a sponsor of the SFCBL. Harrah's Pompano Beach is voted the friendliest casino and the casino where you feel the luckiest. Try your luck on slot machines and electric table games, live action poker tables, plus enjoy dining steps from Harrah's casino floor. That's Harrah's Pompano Beach, a thrilling casino experience located right off of I-95. Harrah's Pompano Beach. So with 2 outs, Markle comes to bat. We'll see if the double steal is on as Jacome leads off for first. Not going this time. The pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Blazers were red hot last week. And one pitch is popped up. That one's going to stay in the infield at first base. Called off instead. Inning. We go to the top of the 5th. The VSA Lions are coming to bat. They lead 4-0 live at Little Fenway.
Trevor George.
Back here live at Little Fenway, Trevor George leads things off for the VSA Lions. It'll be the 9-10-1 of the Lions order, squaring off against Jonathan Velasquez here on the top of the 5th. First pitch from Velasquez misses a little bit low for a ball, 1-0. And Angelina, after one rain out where we were here for an hour and a half last night and the game eventually got called without a pitch being thrown, the 1-0 pitch is going to miss inside 2-0. And then the two games before it surpassed 3 hours and 15 minutes. I'm going to jinx it and say we're already through 4 innings and it's just over 1 hour of play. So you can blame me when this one stretches to 4 hours. That one's popped up right field. Markle's in. He makes the catch for the first out of the inning. 1 down.
Oh, we will definitely be blaming you if this goes longer.
Just had to make note of it. It was a welcome change of pace from the last 2 days, and I credit both pitchers, Daniel Lipka and Jonathan Velasquez, for not only being effective, but also kind of pushing the pace and getting the ball on the mound and firing. Not too much dilly-dallying on the rubber.
Absolutely. They both have extremely good pacing. They kind of get the ball and they get going. They know if the game slows down, they could lose their own momentum, so they don't really take their time.
So Andrew Bork now in the box with a 1-0 count. That pitch is cut on and missed. 1-1 the count after that fastball blew past Borg. Velasquez has settled into a little bit more of a groove now after an ugly third where his defense kind of betrayed him. The 1-1 pitch is lined down the left field line. It's a fair ball, and it's going to roll all the way to the corner. Borg rounds first base. He's standing up on second with a 1-out double.
Now batting number 18 from the University of the Pacific, Adrian Vidal.
So Vidal now comes to bat with the runner in scoring position, 1 out. Chance to pad this Lions lead. Lead off a second for Andrew Bork. Pitch is taken for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 just misses off the plate outside. Voda tried to bring it and frame it, but didn't get the call. 1-1. That pitch is in there for a call and strike. 1-2 now the count. Velasquez's 1-2 pitch, a curveball. That defensive swing just got a piece of it to stay alive. That ball was dying low and inside on Vidal and just got a piece of it. 1 out and a 1-2 count. Velasquez looks at the runner on second, then deals. Cut on and missed. He got him swinging for the second out of the inning. Velasquez 1 out away from getting out of trouble. And a reminder, a bunch of the players and staff are spending the 2023 summer enjoying their stay at the Hampton Inn of Delray Beach. Located just 5 minutes from the beach, the Hampton Inn of Delray is in the center of Delray Beach, 2 blocks from Atlantic Avenue shops, restaurants, and entertainment. Pineapple Grove Arts District is less than a half-mile walk. The Hampton Inn of Delray Beach offers exclusive rates for military, AAA, and seniors. Enjoy the Hampton Inn of Delray Beach's exercise room and outdoor pool. Plus, they offer free Wi-Fi and breakfast. That's the Hampton Inn of Delray Beach. 2 outs and a 1-0 count now to Dominic Porto. The pitch misses a little bit low. 2-0. Not chasing that time was Porto. That pitch was a tough one to resist, but he laid off. And the 2-0. Cut on and missed. 2-1. Porter took a tough swing at it, but the fastball blew past him. The 2-1. That'll miss inside. Another heater. 3-1. Two outs. Velasquez is 3-1. Called strike, the breaking ball. Catches the heart of the plate. Full count with 2 outs. Velasquez trying to get out of the inning and go deeper in the game. The pitch, curveball in the dirt, That'll miss. Put runners on first and second with 2 outs.
Now batting number 29
For
from
more
St. John's
information on the
University,
South Florida Collegiate
Cole
Baseball League, you
Leclerc.
can follow us online, southfloridacollegiateleague.com. You can follow the SFCBL on Twitter and Instagram at SFCBL_official, and you can listen to the SFCBL Triple Play podcast weekly to receive added coverage on the 2023 SFCBL season. A pitch misses outside, 1-0, and actually a member of the Boca Raton Blazers, Pip Smalley, was named the Player of the Week last week in the SFCBL, so he had an interview on the podcast that's released a couple of days ago. The 1-0 misses a little bit high, now 2-0 the count to Cole Leclerc. Next pitch, that'll catch the high inside corner, 2-1. Chance to do some more damage for the VSA Lions. The 2-1 pitch is fouled off. 2-2. Leclerc today is 1 for 1. He's now batting .500 on the season. 17 for 14. He has had success against Velasquez. We'll see if he does here now. The 2-2. This is just a little bit low. The count goes full, and both runners will be in motion to give a head start. A ball in the gap likely makes it a 6-0 ball game.
Definitely not ideal for Velasquez, but he will try his best.
3-2 pitch is going to miss low and inside, and the bases are now loaded with 2 down.
Now batting number 24 from American International, Tyler Zemak.
Tyler Zemak now comes up to bat, the 4-batter in this order. And that will be time called for the Blazers. We'll see if this will be the end of the outing for Jonathan Velasquez as he speaks with his head coach, Mazza. So the ball has not left the hand of Jonathan Velasquez quite yet. And in the bullpen down the third base line, they're kind of just frozen. They're going to leave him out there to try to get out of this jam himself. While time is called briefly, if your business would like to sponsor the SFCBL, email katt@southfloridacollegiateleague.com. You can find that email during commercial breaks. That's katt@southfloridacollegiateleague.com. There's sponsorship packages available for all budgets, and there's business promotion during these broadcasts, on social media, online, and right here at the ballpark. First pitch misses just a hair inside, 1-0 the count. At bat now is Tyler Zemak. Next pitch is grounded softly foul, trickling down the third base line. 1-1. Zemak 0 for 2 today so far. Now 6 for 16 on the season. Bases loaded, 2 outs. The pitch is lined, one hopper to short. Going to be a tough play at first, and they make it. A strong throw made by Basile to end the inning. So Jonathan Velasquez works into and out of trouble. No harm done. We're halfway through it here at Little Fenway. To the bottom half of the fifth we go. 4-0 VSA on top. Back here live at Little Fenway, Joe Durso comes up to bat in the bottom of the 5th, 4-0. Blazers trail. They'll be the 7, 8, 9, 10 of the Blazers order, facing off against Daniel Lipka. First pitch swinging, line drive, foul ball. Ducking out of the way was head coach of the Blazers down the third base line, Carr Mazza.
Almost couldn't get up there.
Almost. No, it's a hard feeling to have when you go down easily but can't get up at quite the same speed. The 0-1. It's cut on and missed, 0-2. Or the worst feeling, and I felt this, hurting yourself while trying to get up, that's never a good thing. Feel something pulling your back, and you think, well, I'm not 17 anymore. This could be an issue. 0-2 count. Lipka ahead on Durso. The pitch. Curveball. Nasty. Struck him out. Durso could do his best to try to waste that one away, but could not draw contact. That's the first out of the inning. That brings up Max D'Alessandro.
From Fairleigh Dickinson University, Max D'Alessandro.
D'Alessandro with his little shuffle.
Yeah,
Box.
Everybody has a little bit of routine. Get a little more comfortable, and that seems to be his. Pitch and misses a little bit low, 1-0.
Could be a scare tactic.
Oh yeah, just trying to be intimidating, like a blowfish, you think?
Maybe.
With 1 out, the 1-0 pitch. Misses low and outside, 2-0. Just one hit in the game so far for the Blazers, trying to get something going offensively and pounce on an opportunity. It's the 2-0. That one's hit well, left field, coming in and making the catch is Leclerc for the second out of the inning. May have hit off the end of the bat, preventing that ball from going rather deeper off the wall. That's the second out of the inning. And that will bring up C.J. Picone. Picone, the second baseman today for the Blazers. Trying to start a 2-out rally from the right side of the batter's box. Lipka's first pitch to him was a curveball that misses a little bit high, 1-0, as it had a lot of break to it, and the ball looked good, but it dropped so much at the tail end that it didn't cross the plate in the zone. That one's looped to right. In comes Solari, and he makes the catch to end the inning. We go to the top of the 6th. Fired up is Daniel Lipka. It's 4-0. The visiting VSA Lions are on top here live from Little Fenway.
Delphi University, Albert Ramos.
Back here at Little Fenway, 4-0 Lions on top, and the night of Jonathan Velasquez is finished. New onto the mound for the Blazers from the University of Miami, sophomore out of Fort Lauderdale, Sebastian Perez. It's a tall righty on the bump, stands at 6'5", 230. His first pitch of the evening is lined back where it came from for a base hit up the middle. Smoked that one up the middle off the bat of Albert Ramos. Runner on first base with nobody out.
Out batting number 16 from Elon University, Mason Abramitis.
Mason Abramitis now comes into bat with a runner on first and nobody out. 7 hits in the game so far for the Lions, looking very strong against the second place in the North Division, second place in the SFCBL overall Boca Raton Blazers team. They got beat pretty handily by the Palm Beach Knights on Tuesday, had their rain out on Wednesday, so their momentum is kind of stalled a little bit coming into tonight. Ground ball up the middle, second to short for one, onto first, it's a double play. That was very difficult at second base for C.J. Pacone. That's from Drew Pepe, who just entered second base, as he had to first read the ball off the bat, then read the ball mound, whether or not that ball is going to be gloved by Sebastian Perez, and then communicate with his shortstop, Chris Basile. Flip it to him. Basile had to make a quick stitch effort to get that ball to first base. He did, and they turned into a double play. 4-6-3 to erase the leadoff single. This pitch from Perez misses a little bit low, 1-0. I don't know about you, Angelina. I did not see that being turned as it started, because you thought Perez was going to have it initially. Then he comes up with nothing in his mitt. But job well done by the middle infield of the Boca Blazers.
Yeah, definitely difficult to read that, because you think your pitcher is going to get it, and then Repebi had to kind of think quick, and I don't think either of the middle infielders were truly ready for that ball, but they figured it out. So,
especially Repepi, it's kind of in between stepping on the bag himself or flipping it, and opted for the flip, and it turned out just fine.
Absolutely, because if he stepped on it, it would have been a little bit awkward for the throw. He could have sailed it, but it definitely worked out. It's hard playing with people you don't play with all the time, so it's like different. Do I throw it? Do you throw it? So it's just kind of figuring it out on the fly, especially in this league and other summer ball leagues.
It's a great point. These guys just met each other a little over 2 weeks ago. That one's called strike three as Perez takes advantage of the 4-6-3 double play. We'll continue the conversation on the other side. 1-2-3 inning with help of the double play. 4-0, Lions on top. Bottom of the 6th we go at Little Fenway. Back here live at Little Fenway, 4-0 Lions on top. It's the 10-1-2 of the Blazers order due up to bat. That bounced straight back. 0-1. Jason Albert in the box now. Soon to be followed by Braden Macklin and then Chris Basile. Trailing by 4, Blazers want to put a dent into it early, but it's been difficult against the starting pitcher Daniel Lipka, who's out there now.
This Blazer team can only hope that Lipka is starting to get a little bit fatigued, and so they can take advantage of that and strike back.
Got 5 strikeouts in 5 innings pitched so far. The 0-2 pitch misses outside, 1-2. Those 5 strikeouts opposed to 2 walks and 1 hit are allowed. Of course, still a shutout so far.
His outfield and his defense has really been able to back him up, so he's been quite fortunate this game.
Lipka's 1-2 pitch is cut on and missed. Strikeout number 6. And inning number 6. 1 down. Daniel Lipka, he's a sophomore from Barry University. Took the drive up from Hollywood, Florida to play in the SFCBL.
Now batting number 30 from Baton Rouge Community College, Braden Macklin.
Back to the top of the order.
Braden Macklin stepping into the box. Shows bunt, and it's fouled back on the attempt, 0-1. I think it'll take creativity like that from the Blazers' order. Pounce on any defensive mistakes, work their way on base with walks, or maybe put one in play and use your speed like Braden Macklin was possibly thinking there. Not bunting this time, swing and a miss, 0-2. Shows how critical pitching is in the SFCBL. You got a good guy in the rubber, you might be set for a game, and come playoff time, you got to imagine Daniel Lipka is going to be that ace. 0-2 pitches popped up, and that one will find the seats. Staying alive, 0-2. Macklin so far this season starting off red hot, 11 for 29 coming into this game. 0 for 2 today, however. The 0-2 misses a little bit low, 1-2 now. Take a look at the league standings in the SFCBL after this at-bat from Braden Macklin. The pitch. Called strike 3, locking the knees. Fooling Macklin is Lipka for the second out of the inning, and strikeout number 7. So in the North Division, it's the Delray Beach Lightning, 9-1 on the season. Close behind them are the Boca Raton Blazers at 9-3, and the West Palm Beach Knights are in third at 3-4. The Buccaneers of Boynton Beach are in fourth at 5-9, and the Barracudas are still winless at 0-6, last place in the North. As first pitch misses low, 1-0. Take a look at the South Division. It's where you find the VSA Lions. They were in last place at 2-4 as well, but looking strong here early in this one. It would be a massive upset win. Ground ball right side at first base is an easy play. Race to the bag is won by the Lions. We have played 6. To the top of the 7th we go. VSA Lions coming to bat. They're on top 4-0 at Little Fenway. We'll be right back. Back here at Little Fenway, 4-0. Visiting VSA Lions on top. Still Sebastian Perez on the bump. After a scoreless first inning of work, pitch he deals here is a strike. Due up this inning for the VSA Lions, the 8-9-10. Bottom of their order, Shane Solari leads things off in the 0-1 pitch to Solari. It's a fastball missing a little bit high, 1-1. See, to the right of us, to the left of us are a bunch of scouts trying to get a look at Sebastian Perez. The 1-1 is fouled back, 1-2. And that really is the allure of this league, and not only is it the weather, but it's the access to primo scouts in both college and in the major leagues. All these games are played so close together. The 1-2, missing high, 2-2. Whereas if you're a scout and you go up maybe out west to one of the leagues over there, it's 3 or 4 hours between games. You can't see too many guys at once. The 2-2 pitch misses high and outside at 3-2. Whereas here, all the sites are pretty much in a 30-minute radius, and you can catch a bunch of guys in one day. Top of the 7th of the Lions. The pitch to Solari is cut on and missed. Oh, Sebastian Perez pulls the string and gets the first out of the inning. Completely fooled Solari that time to win the battle. That brings up Trevor George. And Perez's first pitch this at-bat is a one-hopper to second, where Pepe collects himself, fires to first for the second out of the inning. 2 down quickly for Sebastian Perez. And that brings up the 10 batter, Andrew Borg. And really, right now, I'm looking on our website, southfloridacollegiateleague.com. There is so much information that you have got to see that's online at southfloridacollegiateleague.com. You can see a bunch of articles written by members across the league, more insights on the players that bless these fields. You can also follow the SFCBL on Twitter and Instagram at SFCBL_official. You can listen to the SFCBL Triple Play podcast weekly to receive added coverage on the 2023 SFCBL season.
And while you're checking out information on SFCBL_officials, not as much so much information, but entertainment on the TikTok.
Yeah, absolutely. The same at _SFCBL_official on TikTok.
Not as informative, but it'll definitely give you a good laugh.
The 1-1. Just catches low and inside corner, 1-2, as Perez is automatic right now. Shakes off the first sign, delivers the second. Popped him up and out of play. Count remains 1-2. And you kind of just see it in the body language and the mannerisms right now from Sebastian Perez that he's feeling it. And it might be the bottom of the order for the Lions, but this early in the season, these lineups are still being figured out about who your top guys are. So definitely a credit to him. The 1-2 pitch, wasted away once again. Bork stays in there. Two outs and a 1-2 count. Perez shakes off the first sign and the second sign. He likes the third. The pitch. Curveball's in the dirt. It's going to get past Voda behind the plate. And it'll be a strikeout and a wild pitch, allowing Andrew Bork to reach.
Now batting number 18 from the University of the Pacific, Adrian Vidal.
Taking a look at that South Division I was mentioning before, the Snappers are in first place as it stands. They're 4-3 on the season. Florida Pokers are 500 at 4-4. Palm Beach Extreme are 5-6, tied with the Palm Beach Diamond Ducks, who are also 5-6. And the Boca Raton VSA Lions are in fifth at 2-4, but they're looking to get a big win against the second place Boca Raton Blazers if they can hang on tonight. First pitch just misses below the knees of Adrian Vidal, who are at the back of the top of the order for the Lions, 1-0. Next pitch is cut on and missed, 1-1. 2 outs on a 1-1 count. Runner on first base. The pitch outside. 2-1. And Perez's pitch is lined. A couple of hopper to second base. They'll go the short way to end the inning. So no damage done after the strikeout and wild pitch. We head to the bottom half of the 7th. Let's stretch here a little Fenway. It's Lions on top 4-0. Back here live at Little Fenway. A big thank you to all of our sponsors this season. And really, baseball and sports card collecting goes hand in hand, and Loop is the best app built for the modern sports card collector. Loop is the go-to destination for all things card collecting. Everything takes place in-app, from buying packs, seeing them open, talking live to card shops and other collectors, and celebrating big hits as a community. That's all 100% risk-free. There's absolutely 0% financial risk to buyers or sellers. Download the Loop app today on your Apple or Android device. That's Loop, spelled L-O-U-P-E. Blake Pitts leads us off here in the bottom half of the 7th. 4-0 VSA on top. New pitcher on the mound for the VSA Lions after a job well done from Daniel Lipka. And a 1-1 count. And what can you tell me about the new pitcher on the mound, Angelina?
This is Jacob McGovern. His hometown is Hopewell, Pennsylvania. So he made quite the travel. He went to University of Dayton, and he's a junior. So these last couple years for him are pretty vital.
Absolutely. Probably like seeing the palm trees and scenery down here in the SFCBL alongside the great competition. 1-2 pitch now is fouled straight back from Blake Pitts. He's the first arm out of the bullpen for the VSA Lions here this evening.
from Seton Hall University.
After some technical difficulties back here on the stream, it was a pop fly out to the left side of the infield where retired was Pitts. That brings up Joey Calabretti. So now with one out, nobody on base, not much missed. Pitch here is missing a little bit high to Calabretti, 1-0. And the 1-0. That'll miss a little bit high and in tight, 2-0. Box score so far in the bottom of the 7th inning. 4-7-1 for the visiting Lions, 0-1-2 for the Blazers. Never want to see more errors than hits on your box score, but that's the type of night it's been for the Boca Raton Blazers. A 2-1. Cut on and missed. Joey Calabretti now has a 2-2 count with one down. And wheeling and dealing is one's grounded right back to him, but he bobbles it for a second, then gloves it, fires to first, just in time to get Calabretti. How about that play from the bullpen arm, Jacob McGovern? Popped it off, I believe, at his own wrist on a glove hand, got off the mound, still called it on the fly, and made the play. So with 2 outs, that will bring up Cade Voda, and that's just kind of the night it's been for the VSA Lions, kind of everything going their way. Blazers, not so much defensively or offensively. That brings up Cade Voda, the catcher for the Blazers, trying to start a 2-out rally.
If anyone can do it, it's definitely the Blazers, but they are just not following Blazers tonight.
First pitch to Voda is on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. And the 0-1 inside, just over top of the legs of Voda.
Voda, actually, the last time we played the VSA Lions on Monday, he got hit twice. So, definitely gets inside that box there.
The 1-1. And really, it can be coincidence, or most likely is convinced. There's no reason why any of these players have vendettas against any of the other guys that just got here a couple of weeks ago. But it still can really rub a lot of batters the wrong way when four seams come to their legs.
Oh, absolutely. He had some colors on the leg, right on the calf, and then the other one right on the ankle. So
that's not where you want to get hit. There's
Nope.
not much meat between your bone and skin on the ankle. 2 outs and nobody on, a 2-2 count. Time is called just in the nick of time. A talkative bunch are the VSA Lions. They're feeling good right now with a 4-0 lead in the bottom of the 7th. The 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3. McGovern freezes Voda, and the Lions are going bananas in the dugout. We head to the top of the 8th. It's 4-0. Blazers trail. Back here at Little Fenway for SFCBL action. Atlantis Bahamas is a proud sponsor of the SFCBL. Atlantis is one mythical resort, but there are 5 different ways to experience it with 5 different hotels available. Choose between the Cove, the Royal, the Coral, the Reef, and the Harborside Resort to decide which Atlantis Bahamas hotel stay would best suit your vacation needs. You've got to see to believe the amount of adventures, thrills, activities, dining options, pools, beaches, and features that make Atlantis Bahamas the premier vacation destination. Go to AtlantisBahamas.com today to book your stay in paradise. A base hit just past the outstretched arm of shortstop Basile. Leadoff man on for the VSA Lions. They're on top 4-0, trying to pad their 8th inning lead. New pitcher on the mound for the Boca Raton Blazers. Angelina, what can you tell me about who's on the mound?
Kyle Rostock. He is a left-hand pitcher. He is a freshman going to Barry University, right down in Miami. That's where he's from, so he didn't have to travel too far to be with us tonight. This is his first time in the league, so very excited to see what he does this season.
Yeah, absolutely. Decided to want to stay home for the summer, and what better place to do it than playing SFCBL baseball. Getting out of the hustle and bustle of Miami, a little bit calmer.
Absolutely.
2-0 is fouled back. 2-1. Eight hits on 4 runs for the VSA Lions. We've got a runner on first base. As checking over and back safely is the runner. Rostock deals. That one's looped short left field, but cutting across Calabrese to make the catch for the first out of the inning.
How about number 24 from American International, Tyler Zemak?
Got a high variance in defense played today so far. Some very impressive defensive plays and some defensive blunders in these first 7 1/3 innings. So with a runner on first base, lefty Rostock deals. A little bit high, 1-0. Taking a look around the SFCBL today. A bunch of final scores already as the runner goes. Pitch outside, throws a one-hopper to second. Not in time. It's a stolen base. In fact, all games that are taking place, the only game taking place right now is right here at Little Fenway. At San Lucius earlier today, the Florida Pokers beat the Phipps Park Barracudas 11-7. And at Harry Gribben, that ball's fouled straight back. 2-1. Harry Gribben earlier today, the Buccaneers beat the Diamond Ducks in the second game of their doubleheader, 2-1. In the first game, the Diamond Ducks beat the Buccaneers 2-0. 2-1 pitch, misses outside, 3-1.
With 2 more innings left, I think the Blazers are hoping Rostock can make it the last 2 innings, but he's got to really tighten up and get tough out here so that he can finish out these 2 innings, because it's a hard score and he has to keep it 4-0 if the Blazers want a chance to come back.
Absolutely. You want to get length out of Rostock. And they'll be asking for 2 innings out of him. He's 1/6 of the way there. Runner on second base. The 3-2 pitch. Outside, ball 4. Runners on first and second with 1 out.
How about number 42 from Adelphi University, Albert Ramos?
Albert Ramos up to bat for the VSA Lions.
First pitch, Jim, is in the dirt for a ball, 1-0, as Rostock tries to recalibrate the strike zone. The runner goes, the delayed steal, the ball was in the dirt. No one was paying attention, so taken off for third base was Dominic Porto.
saw the opportunity and just took it. Calabretti's head was down at third. There was no one to get to, so he had it.
Runners on the corners with one out now. Now with a 2-0 count to Albert Ramos. So far today for Ramos, he's 1 for 3. That was his first hit of the season, so he looks to carry that momentum into this at-bat. The 2-0. It's popped up. Center field and deep, ranging back. Macklin's under it. He makes the catch, and it's a sacrifice fly because scoring from third is Porto to extend the VSA Lions lead to 5-0 here in the top of the 8th inning.
Now batting number 16 from Elon University, Mason Abramitis.
So a runner on first base with 2 outs and a 5-0 lead for the VSA Lions. Job done that time by Albert Ramos. That really is your goal, is to get that run home. You don't want to ground to that double play. That's the worst case possible. But he'll take that sacrifice fly any day of the week. Mason Abramitis now comes up to bat with the runner on first base. First pitch to him is wasted away, foul ball. 0-1. Two outs and a runner on. The 0-1. Cut on and missed. 0-2. Rostock fooled Abramitis that time.
Rostock's way ahead, so this next pitch is really a big one, and we can hope that he just gets the job done right here.
The pitch just missed off the plate. About a couple inches to the left, and he's heading to the dugout, but now he's got to buckle back down and attack Abramitis again. The 1-2 count and 2 outs. The Blazer sets and he deals. In the dirt for a ball. It's lost behind the plate by Voda, so advancing to second base is Tyler Zemak. Runner in scoring position once again for the Lions. So base hit could extend the lead. Running on contact will be Zemak. The pitch is lined, base hit right field. Zemak rounds third base, but it was hit so hard he's going to stay right there. Runners on the corners with 2 outs.
Now batting number 28 from Waynesburg University, Emmanuel Stitch.
So Emmanuel Stitch comes up to bat. Back here at Little Fenway, it was a ground ball to the left side of the infield that ended the inning, pardon for the technical difficulties. This part of town just does not have the best internet service, but I can tell you no run came across the plate, and the Blazers got out of it, allowing just the one. 5-0 VSA Lions on top. If you're thinking about coming to the Palm Beaches to catch a game in person soon, you'll avoid any internet problems by watching it on YouTube. You'll have no shortage in pre- and post-game dining and entertainment options. A gentler side of Florida awaits you with cleaner sands, warmer waters, and fewer crowds. Come see where America's first resort destination was built and genuine hospitality began. Come discover a place that surpasses all expectations, awaiting discerning travelers who won't settle for the ordinary. A place different from the West, waiting just for you. Visit the Palm Beaches today. 5-0, Lions on top, still on the mound for the VSA Lions. So 0-1 count. McGovern on the bump. He deals the 0-1 pitch. Missing a little bit high, 1-1. Quentin Markle in the box to be the 6, 7, 8 of the Blazers order, trying to crawl back from a 5-0 deficit here with 6 outs to play with. Pitch from McGovern is fouled straight back. 1-2. Kind of see the overcast sky, how weird it looks, the top of your screen. It almost looks like there's something in frame. As line drive to center field, it splits the gaps, and it goes all the way to the wall. Markle around first. The throw comes into second, and he is out. Cutting across in center field to gun him down was Dominic Porto, and Markle tries to stretch a single into a double, but it comes back to bite him. The aggressive base running. His heart was in a good place, but it did not pan out this time. Markle retired. That brings up Joe Durso.
Now batting number 38 from St. John's University, Joe Durso.
As I was saying, in the sky, it almost looks like there's
storms, but there's not.
Yeah, there's no storms, and it looks like you almost have a bar on the top of the screen.
Florida weather is definitely not the weather you want to mess with.
No. Anytime you play a game at 6 o'clock, you hold your breath and hope you're not going to be at the part of the area that does receive storms. The 1 out, the 1-0 pitch now. Durso misses outside. 2-0. That pitch is grounded straight back. 2-1 now. In the box is Joe Durso. So far today for Durso, he's 0 for 2. Came into the game at 7 for 24 at 291 batting average. That pitch is popped up and out of play. 2-2 the count with 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Really, if anything here for Durso and Alessandro on deck, you want to get on base. You want to turn the lineup over for the 9th. Get some of the big bats up there. 2-2 pitch is popped up. Center field and short. Coming in, under it, and Porto makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting number 36 from the University of Pittsburgh, Drew Repepe.
And it won't be D'Alessandro, instead it will be Drew Repepe.
Came in for CJ Picone at second, so Drew Repepe is now playing second base and batting in the spot of Max D'Alessandro.
So at 2 outs, the pitch to the Pittsburgh native is missing a little bit higher outside, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch to Repepe is half swung at and foul tipped into the mitt of Bork. 1-1. $5-0 Lions. McGovern trying to keep it that way as the 1-1 pitch is fouled off, and it's a 1-2 count. Shaking off the first sign and the second. Going with the third is McGovern, the 1-2. Fastball misses a little bit high and outside. 2-2. Thank you to everybody tuning in on YouTube to watch Boca Raton Blazer and VSA Lion baseball. We appreciate your viewership. That pitch is in the dirt, but it's cut on and miss from our Pepe, and that will end the inning. It's a 1-2-3 frame that time for McGovern. 5-0. We head to the top of the ninth. Lions coming to bat here live from Little Fenway. Back here at Little Fenway, a big thank you goes out to the Palm Beach County Sports Commission for their support of the SFCBL. With world-class playing and training facilities and an extraordinary year-round climate, discover the Palm Beaches for all of your sports needs. Whether it's your passion or your pastime, discover world-class sports in the perfect place, the Palm Beaches. For more information on facilities, grants, memberships, events, and more, visit palmbeachsports.com. First pitch of the inning is delivered just a little bit too high. 1-0 the count. Rostock still on the bump. The 1-0 pitch is fouled away. 1-1. Drew up this inning for the VSA Lions. It's their 8, 9, 10 of the order. Shane Solari's in the box now with a 1-1 count. And the 1-1 pitch. Misses for a 2-1 count. The 2-1. This is outside. 3-1. As Rostock wheels and deals the 3-1 pitch, just caught the outside corner for a full count. Rostock from the windup delivers the payoff pitch. It's fouled straight back. Staying alive. Blazers play tomorrow against the Delray Beach Lightning in this building. They will be the road team, however. Great pants, if I were to guess, as the Delray Beach Lightning have not played a game in this ballpark in a real long while. 3-2 pitches, line past third base, and it corralled, bobbled for a second for Pitts, but he gets it in time. It's a leadoff single. Off the bat is Shane Solari. Calabretti at third base really gave it all down that line, but just could not get to it. Ball is smoked off the bat. Leadoff man on for VSA. Here is Trevor George now batting.
Pitts had a good recovery in the outfield.
Yeah, he did bobble it for a second, but immediately located the baseball and got it in as soon as possible, not allowing the runner to advance from first to second. First pitch is missed for a strike, 0-1. The lights are on here at Little Fenway. The sun is all but set. The 0-1. Cut on and missed. 0-2 now the count. Runner getting his lead off of first base is Shane Solari. The 0-2 pitch is cut on and missed. Trevor George down on strikes. Rostock gets the K for the first out of the inning.
Rostock helping himself right there, just putting it away.
Now batting number 27 from Florida.
Pitch just dies low and outside, just could not reach it.
Best thing to do right here is just get a ground ball, turn a double play, be a Blazer dream.
Blazers trying to avoid their first losing streak of the season. Haven't lost 2 in a row yet. Pitch is grounded away, foul, 0-1. Up now is Andrew Bork. Reminder, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It helps grow the channel and allows more people to watch the games if you didn't know. Also follow the Boca Raton Blazers on updates throughout the game if the game is not being streamed. Some more social content.
The Instagram as well, Boca_Blazers. Both have game updates and game day posts and highlights on each of the players to really give you more information about them.
2-1 the count with 1 out. Blazers trying to roll over a ground ball in turn 2. The pitch just missed. A little bit higher outside. Hitters count 3-1 to Borg.
Rostock is going to have to make an adjustment right here to avoid a walk.
Wind a little bit consistent, not too strong, however, going out to right center field towards the dugout. That pitch misses high and outside. Runners on first and second with 1 out still. And we're back to the top of the order of the VSA Lions. And this is really where the Lions have succeeded most, at the top of the order. In the 1, 2, 3 of the order, has 6 out of the 10 hits. Vidal's got 2 of them. He's 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored and 1 RBI. Batting .333 on the season. Vidal's got a chance to add some more RBIs to his stat line. With 2 on and 1 out, the pitch. It's popped up. Straight back behind the plate. That one is going to find the concrete in front of us. 0-1.
A strike is a strike for Rostock, so I'm sure he's just happy that one didn't go over the wall on the other side.
Yeah, change of pace. It really kind of, you can really build on your at-bat. First pitch strikes are a critical component to a successive at-bat.
The most important pitch is strike 1.
The 0-1 misses outside, 1-1 the count. It really does change the dynamic of an at-bat, and if you find yourself pitching from behind, you're not able to use your whole repertoire, and you really lose control of the situation. The reason why it's batter ahead in the count or pitcher ahead in the count. The 1-1 is cut on and missed, 1-2.
Good stuff by Kyle Rostock right there. Vidal is one of their strongest hitters, and he got him to swing and miss, so.
That pitch was a breaking ball that just started low and dove low and too far for Vidal to reach. 1-2 count, 1 out, 2 runners on. The pitch is cut on and missed. Down on strikes goes Adrian Vidal. He strikes out for the 2nd time this evening. That brings up Dominic Porto to bat.
Number 23 from Mount St. Vincent, Dominic Porto.
So 2 outs. Now the defense can relax. Force at any base but home. Nothing VSA on top. Rostock, the lefty, delivers. Strike on the outside corner, 0-1. If he can hit that spot, he'll find success. I was going to say throughout the rest of this game, but it's the top of the 9th inning.
So hopefully the rest, absolutely.
Yeah, I guess the rest of the at-bat, I'd say. 2 outs and an 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. Porto's having one heck of an evening. He's 3 for 3.
Hopefully Rostock can shut that down right now.
And Porto on the season is 6 for 9. Looking for his first RBI in the season, however. The pitch. In the dirt for a ball, and gets past the catcher Voto, so both runners will advance. Runners on second and third with 2 outs. So 2 runners in scoring position for Porto. 2-1 count. Rostock delivers. Outside, 3-1. On deck is Cole Leclerc, who's no slouch himself. He's 1 for 2 today. Batting .467 on the season. So this is the danger zone for Rostock. The 3-1. In there for a strike. A big pitch to work the count full at 3-2.
Rostock is not backing down.
Now Porto, that's a dangerous pitch. You'd probably think a dead red fastball. He instead gave him a changeup and painted the corner. 3-2 count with 2 outs. The pitch. Cut on and missed. Rostock wins the battle. And that'll send us to the bottom of the 9th inning. 5-0 VSA Lions up. Boca Raton Blazers got their last licks coming up next.
DJ Picone.
Back here live at Little Fenway, 5-0 the score. VSA Lions on top. Boca Raton Blazers trying to pull off a comeback. CJ Picone coming to bat. He'll lead off the inning, followed by Jason Albert, and then at the top of the order to Braden Macklin in the hole. First pitch to him. He's in there for a strike, 0-1. 0-1 count. Pitch here is driven to short right field, coming in and making the catch on the run over in right field was Solari for the first out of the inning. Good time to remind you that if you're a business that would like to sponsor the SFCBL, support the Blazers, support this wonderful baseball league, email KATT@SouthFloridaCollegiateLeague.com. There are sponsorship packages available for all budgets with business promotion during these broadcasts on social media, online, and at the ballpark. Again, if your business would like to sponsor the SFCBL, go to the email that you see during commercial breaks, KATT@SouthFloridaCollegiateLeague.com, and shoot that email a message. 1 out and a 1-0 count.
We have a new pitcher here in the bottom of the 9th inning for the VSA Lions.
That's right. It's Gavin Crowley from Newport, Rhode Island, trying to close this one out. Won't be a save per se, but looking to end this game. He's from the University of Rhode Island, making that trip down south for the summer. 1 out and a 1-1 pitch. Popped him up Albert stays alive, 1-2. That ball will find its way in the seats, not catchable. Albert trying to shake off a tough start to the summer. 0 for 2 tonight. With 1 out, the 1-2 pitch. Bouncing in the dirt, 2-2. Jason Albert's one of the many New York kids we have in the SFCBL from Staten Island and goes to Vanderbilt. And as everyone knows, Vanderbilt in baseball, you got to respect him as soon as he comes onto the team. The 2-2 pitch is driven to right field and foul. Coming over and making the catch in short right field is actually the first baseman for the VSA Lions. Getting under it and making the catch. And now the Boca Raton Blazers are down to their final out. Stitch had a good read in that ball immediately as Emmanuel Stitch turned his shoulders and made the catch. To the top of the order for the Blazers, Last Hope. Down by 5, 2 outs. Braden Macklin coming to bat. Macklin's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts so far today, trying to shake that off and prolong this game. First pitch swinging. That one's driven deep, ranging back at the track and making the catch to end the game is Dominic Porto. And that's a final score. VSA Lions 5, Boca Raton Blazers 0. So the Blazers get shut out tonight. They'll try to bounce back as they play the Delray Beach Lightning tomorrow. Same building right here at Little Fenway. If you're a Blazers fan, make sure you go to the Delray Beach Lightning YouTube. Give them a subscribe because that's where the game's going to be on that YouTube channel. You will get to watch that game live from Little Fenway. Before we sign off, a big thank you goes out to all of our sponsors: Sonesta Selective, Boca Raton, Geller Roofing, Point Streak Sports, Jed Lawyers, Dr. G's Urgent Care, Harris Pompano Beach, Loop the App, Hampton Inn of Delray Beach, Atlantis, Bahamas, Visit the Palm Beaches, and the Palm Beach County Sports Commission. For Angelina Mazza, I'm Christian Catt. Thank you so much for watching, and good night from Delray Beach.